Hi everyone. Hopefully I've got it set up. I have it both on Facebook and YouTube. Let me start over. Hi everyone, I'm Janice with Scrapbook. Um, let's see. I was going to say I am trying to stream this to both YouTube and Facebook at the same time. So I believe it's Facebook is going to have a vertical output, which is the tall, skinny one, and then the horizontal output is on YouTube. So I will try to show as much as I can on each of the pages on the Facebook page, but I'll go back to your catalogs today because I have, let me grab the catalog real quick. Okay, here you go. I still am not allowed to show the inside, but I can show this. This is the new that I couldn't send them through the company, but I will be sending these out hopefully this, I don't know if I'll get them out tomorrow, but hopefully maybe either Saturday or Monday, so that you can get yours as well. There's been a lot of things going on and this crazy weather is not helping that again. And I just, before I came live, I have not had a chance to check it out, but kind of worries me because Steve went to town. But I just read that Leland, our road, is shut down. So I don't know. He left once, had to come back because he got a flat tire. Hi, Katie. So now then he went again, and then like 5 minutes before I went live, I saw that our road was shut down. And I don't know why. They didn't say if it was a tree down, power. I still have power, so as long as I still have power and I'm able to stream. Hi, Zach. I'm gonna stay on here and do this live as long as I can. This weather has been crazy. So let me check and see if I can find it on Facebook. I am not seeing it on Facebook. Okay, so what I have for you today, I am using it's the Gliding Garden Swing. And I thought this was super cute. The stamp set, and then I got the dies to coordinate with it. Oops. I guess I have to be over here a little bit to show it on Facebook. Did I not get the Facebook one on? Or there we go. It'll be a learning curve for me, but I'll get it figured out. So I will turn the camera down where you can see what I've done. I've cut the pieces. I didn't write any measurements down or anything, but I will do that. Most of them are pretty simple. And then I'll show you a way you can save paper, and then put the rest of it together. Well, I mean, it's not together, it's just laying together. So I'll turn the camera so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so like I said, the Facebook page isn't not going to show everything. I'm going to turn everything's laying where I want it. It's not oh, well, when it shows up on my screen, it shows the whole page. So and my messy desk. So I don't know what you're seeing for sure. So I'm just going to go ahead and pretend it's full horizontal on both of them. So I'm going to get this page out of the way because this is my second page, and I'm not going to work on it right this second. I tried my pillows. I tried coloring to get the right colors. I stamped a few limbs so I can have the tree swing. I think maybe that one was the one I was supposed to go with. Okay, so there's an extra swing, and you can also take this and make a bench, like a bench to sit on. It doesn't have to swing, so you can do that with the die set as well. And I can show you that. For now, I just want to put this together. So I kind of laid this out how I want it, and as I put things together, I'll show you and tell you the sizes that I cut everything. Okay. So I'm just going to do the base page right now. And I'm going to lay these strips. They're going to be about a 1/2 inch away from the edge. That way I can still have some of the, I think this is craft. So just going to get out my tape runner. You can use glue or any other kind of tape, whatever you want to do that way. Whatever you use for your adhesive is up to you. You can, I'm not going to do that tonight, but you can, and it looks really good when you do this. You can sponge. I take one of those, they're like a round 4-inch sponge, and you cut them in little wedges, and I just put ink on them and ink the edges. But I'm not going to do that tonight. I am just going to line this up on my mat so that I am a 1/2 inch away from the edge, and I'm going to measure, I'm going to make sure be straight at the top as well. Okay? That's how I measure things. You can, if you want to use a ruler and you want to mark it out, you can. I'm not that kind of person. I am on certain things, but not on this. I'm not gonna, that's not a big deal to me. So let me get this where I know it's right. Straight up the page, and it's going to be a half an hour, a 1/2 inch. Oh, you can see the whole thing? Good, Katie, thank you. It's going to be a 1/2 inch from that edge. Now, you can do the sponging on the the outside edges of this as well. I could have cut these so that they were a 1/2 inch. I'm not going to mess with that. I liked it with it showing all the way to the base, to the to the edge paper, and just put that down. So now, this is how you save paper. Now I could have, because this one is 11, pretty sure. Yep, 3 by 12. This the looks like marbled. You can't even see the texture on there, or there you go. Now you can see it. Okay, so the marbled piece is 3 inches wide by 12 inches long. So I cut this one at 11 by 11 so that you could see, the edges all the way around. So I'm going to line this up and make sure that it's about 1 inch away from all the edges. Okay. And I'm not measuring, I'm just kind of lining it, eyeballing it with the lines on my cutting mat, and the lines, they're all lines on the cutting mat, but that's what I'm using to line them up. I'm not using a tape measure or a ruler or anything like that. So if you want to save, because once this other piece is laid down on this, you're not going to see what's underneath it. And I cut the other piece. I could have actually only, took this out to 1 inch around, but I didn't this, and then I didn't actually use it. So I'm just going to put tape all the way around this edge. You can use glue. You can do whatever you want that way. I like my tape runner. Okay, I'm going to line this up again against those marks. One of those. Make sure I have it lined up straight. Have that off a little bit. Pull on it too hard, because it can, doesn't always. Mine didn't this time, but it can tear your paper. Okay. So now, this piece, the marbled piece, is 10 by 10. Right? So it's going to cover up this hole. You can do this on cards and scrapbook pages, whichever you can cut that out and then use that for whatever you need. And nobody's going to see that it was cut out. Nobody's going to know that but you. Okay, so now I'm going to line this up. I'm going to just eyeball it and see that it's about a 1/2 inch of the way from all the edges. Probably not going to be perfect, but that's fine. Okay. This I'm going to do something else with. I am going to take these and Night of Navy. And I just wanted a little trim around on it, but that's okay. It will look fine. I did not adhere that yet. I'm going to put this one together. And if you're going to use your page to put your adhesive on, just be careful. Rain to stop? I know that's a crazy question. Yep. I'm ready. Ready for the rain to stop. Okay, so I'm going to put this directly on the page. Now, I colored this a teal because that's, well, I colored it with Pool Party. I don't know if you can see, you can't even see that. Pool Party, it's very light. You can do it in multicolors if you want. I just wanted it the light color. And I wanted it to go with these out here. And I'm going to put it up on the dimensionals. If I can get it out of my little holder here. Oh, look at that. I'm almost out of this packet. Lots of tension on the page. I'm going to put it in the middle. I got to figure out where I want my swing. Probably right about there. Use just regular adhesive here, but I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the chains up here. And yes, I stamped it on the back side. I just turned it over and used the other page, the other side. Nobody's going to see that, right? Not a big deal. Okay. Now I have my pillows. And I think I'm going to pop them up on the adhesive. So let me get my adhesive. I'm going to use all of this piece of, all this adhesive. There's no reason to throw this away. You can use it. It's good adhesive. I'm just going to clip it all the way around because I will use all of it. So I might as well do it and get it done, and then I don't have to worry about it. Okay. I think I have that side left, but that's okay. This gives me plenty to work with. Okay, so I'm going to take that and put it here. Pull that off. And I'm going to put it like it's sitting right in the corner of that couch. Sorry, the swing. It's going to sit in the corner of the swing. If I could get my words right tonight. Turn that so that it fits. Oops. Okay, and then this one is going to go on this corner. Right like that. Now, I don't have these adhered down yet. I do have this one where I want it. So I'm going to put those about there. So let me grab that folder. I forgot to grab it while I was looking earlier. Yeah. Looking for the wood grain. I have it somewhere. That's a wood grain, but it's going the wrong direction. So there we go. There's the wood grain I wanted. So we have, some of them went vertical, some of them went horizontal. And so this one just happens to, but I could find. I don't even think it's available anymore. But just because it's not available doesn't mean I can't use it. Because I keep all of my, I had the wrong sandwich. I thought it was a 3D. It's not a 3D. All right, I'll get the sandwich here in a second. Oh, that's not the right sandwich either. Maybe this one is. Oh, there we go. There we go. not thick enough. Did emboss? Nope, not enough anyway. Let me try this one. Sorry about this, guys. I should have had this done. There we go. It's going through now. You just got to figure out your sandwich on the embossing folders. Sometimes they're easy, sometimes they're not. Okay. So, now we have that. Nice little wood grain. I don't even know if you can see that. Can you see that? Is it still live? Maybe? Can you see the wood grain? If I can get it in the right spot, maybe you could see it. There we go. There we go. That's a wood grain. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this aside for a second. Cake. Because I don't want it too dark. See, that's going to make it dark. I don't want it that dark. So I'm going to practice on the back side a little bit. Because I just want to like lightly color it. Okay. So I'm just going to go light over. There we go. Okay. There we go. There. See that? I need to show these techniques a lot more because you can do a lot with your ink pads, with your cardstock, and your embossing folders. See that? Now you can really see the wood grain. Okay. So I'm going to put these down now. I'm going to adhere them where I want them on the second page. How quick was that? All right, I'm going to do it just about a 1/4 inch from each edge. And then this one's going to be about a 1/4 inch from these edges. There, right like that. And I also want to put a piece of white cardstock, you know, and really, well, I was going to say, really, it should have been on this side because it's flat, but you wouldn't have sound just a little bit, though, like an inch, so might do like 1/8 of an inch. Let's try that first. Because I still want it there, right like that. And then I can put white on top of it. So let me get my white. A white piece up here earlier. This was a sheet cut in half because I was playing with it. So that was at, let's say 2 inches. I'm just going to do it at 2 1/4 inches. That way I still get to see the wood grain around. Let's see, what is that one? That one's 5. So I'll do 4 3/4. 4 3/4. Now, you don't have to use just one layout. Use on your layout. It's yours. Do what you want. That's what I did because I used 2 different sets on these pages. I used the swing set here, and on the other page I used the big tree, the autumn trees die down because I want a journal on it. But I am going to put it with this so that it is there. And I noticed that my trimmer blade left. When my trimmer starts doing that, I know that I need to put a new blade on it. Wasn't doing that earlier, but it is now. So now you can also you can make things like this, like a thumb hole punch out here, like a half circle punch out here for your thumb to fit in and be able to pull out your journaling tabs, your journaling information. And as long as you'd cut this smaller, probably a 1/2 inch smaller, because you're journaling in and out. So that's a cute way to do it. You can also do tabs at the top and just, you know, be able to pull, like if you wanted a full sheet, like if you have a big story to tell about this picture, whatever you put on the page, then you could make it bigger and put this one straight to the page, just like I did the others. It doesn't need a lot of adhesive. once they're in their books, they're not going to be, like, most people don't pull them in and out of the book. I wouldn't want to journal it right on this piece of paper. I'm going to cut that a little shorter because I think I want more of the wood grain to show. Got plenty on each end and on the edges, and you can see that it's a piece of wood that it's going to be adhered to. And I will just like temporarily do it so that it'll stay in place, but it's not gonna be a permanent. That way it won't fall off when I show you things. Okay, so that's page 1. That was pretty. So you can use your, when you get the scrapbooking sheet, and it's about the size of the photo mat, but you put it on here, and then your picture goes over that. You can do that, or you can just use these as the picture holder. Because I put mats under my photos, but you don't have to. So that's page number 1. I love that little swing. That is so cute. I'm going to trade places. This is the name of it again. Gliding Garden Swing. Dies and stamp set. You can get them as a bundle, or you can get them individually. They are in your new catalog. Let me see if I can find the page number real quick. I know I've kind of moved off of Christmas already, haven't I? Bad Janice, bad Janice. In the back of your book, there is a index that you should be able to see in there. Let's see. I'm not seeing gliding anything. Make sure I got the right name. Gliding Garden Swing. What page it's on? I showed you guys a few things out of the catalog that I have already. And the washi tape, the new washi tape, something greenery. In here because that's where I found it. And went, oh, I have to have that. Oh well. I'll find it and tell you what page it's on. So, actually, it might be, well, it might be coming out as an online only. I'll have to verify that and see. All right, so I'm going to set all of this stuff aside, and I'm going to start with these pieces again, okay? This is going to be the same as the other page, but the marbled paper is going to be on the left side instead of the right. That's the only change, okay? Now, when you make this page, if you do, you can have it on whatever side you want. That's because it's your page, not mine. This is just how I'm doing my page, right? So let me get this lined up again so I make sure that I have it 1/2 inch from the bottom, or from the edge. The hair. Oh, stop moving, Janice. There we go. All right, rub it. What paper pack? This is from the Peaceful Garden. This is Peaceful Garden. I like it. I just didn't want to use it as Christmas anymore. I'm ready to move on. I mean, I'm just ready to start sharing more things than just Christmas. That's what I'm saying. I didn't mean it as a bad thing. So please don't take it as a bad thing. That's not what I meant. This piece, you'll see that I did not cut out the end. Enough for what I wanted, and I needed more than just the 2 pieces I could cut out of it. So I decided to go with the other blue instead of that one. So I didn't bother cutting this one out. Hold on. Okay. This is so pretty. I love this paper. Again, it does not look Christmas to me. This is the one that's 11 by 11, so I want to make sure it's an inch from the top and an inch from each side and an inch from the bottom. And that's pretty close. There we go. It's close enough for me. Okay, so now I'm going to put this. It's 10 by 10, so I'm going to line it up a ½ inch away from each edge of the dark blue with the stars. Okay. Now, if you wanted to, there are some patterns that I think you should line up. But because these are not against each other, these are not against each other, and these cover enough of this pattern that you wouldn't really see the lineup either. But there are some patterns that that I think you should try to line up. Might be a little closer on this side. Okay. There we go. Now I'm going to put these together. Oops. Bumped a button and then I couldn't see my chat or my video. Not good. Boy, this rain. Steve has been super sweet. Since it's been raining, he's been going out to do the chickens. It's been pretty funny. So yesterday we did some running around. I had to go to Woodburn. The road closures were crazy. It took us an hour and a half to get home from Woodburn, which normally takes about 45 minutes, maybe an hour, depending upon traffic. But it's really not you. We'd done some other shopping while we were out, and we got the stuff out of the car. He was unloading the car. I came with a bunch of stuff, and he came in and he went back for some more, and then he came in, and then he went out to do the chickens so that I didn't have to do them. Well, he was drenched. So this morning, well, yesterday morning, yes, let me start there. Yesterday morning, he always feeds the chickens first, and then hi Gina, he feeds them, he puts the food out first, and then he lets them out of the coop. So the tent back up. But he forgot to let the chickens out until after he got back in the house. So he was drenched. Let the chickens out. So he has to get, undressed out of the wet clothes because he got, and the rain. So he came in, got changed, we ate breakfast, and we left. So this morning, and he comes back in, and he goes, okay, I'm going to go warm up the car. So it'll be ready when you come out. So before I had my coffee ready, he comes back in the house. And I said, oh, did you forget something? He goes, yeah, I left the car door open yesterday. So it rained in my car all night. Not fun. And then tonight he goes to town and has a flat tire on the way. So he has to come back. I'm sure he's ready for this rain to quit too. And everything will be fine. At least we have the truck he could go back to town in. So we don't have to worry about that. Okay, so I'll show you if I can get this up close. Let me go there. This is the tree from the Autumn Trees stamp set. Let me get it over here. Autumn Trees stamp set. Oops. You can't even see it on the screen. There we go. There we go. I love memory that you can stamp on if you don't want it just to look like this tree. You can add leaves to it. It has on there and pop them up. I didn't want to do that. I like it just the way it is. So that's what I'm going to do right here. I'm going to put it right at the bottom here. It's not going to touch this paper, but it's very close. Just going to adhere that. And then I have some rocks, and I'm going to pop the rocks up because I like that. I'm going to put them on some of this dimensionals here. And just do that. Steve's had a rough week. So I don't have to. I mean, I would go out there. But like 3 times, fed them, gave them, they love cabbage leaves. So I gave and checked on their water, made sure they had water and stuff like that. And they were good. This one. I'm going to move this. I'm going to move it down here. Because I want that to be... So that's what I'm going to do. I just added them. There's my rocks. I don't know how well you can see that. But that's what I wanted to do. Is do that. So now I'm going to take the back side down a little bit from the regular, from the edge of the paper. They're kind of coming off the edge of the paper. And I'm just going to layer them just like that. Just like that. There we go. Now, and then I can put journaling here, or I can do, maybe I can put some little bushes or other trees or something like that. On the, make sure there's nothing stuck to that. So on these stamps, there are flower pots. There's like a striped, you could do a striped pillow. Let me show you that one real quick. The other one's a flower pillow. I'll do a brown one. Pecan pie. I'll just show you on 2 little pillows. And then the dies cut those pillows out too, so you don't have to fussy cut. I'll run it through. I'm not going to do both. There's only one die that fits that pillow. But there's some really cute other things that go on this. For juice pitcher and glass. It's really cute. Really cute little set. There's so many different things I can do with this, and I do. But isn't that cute? The little pillow. So if you didn't want flower pillows on your bench or on your... See, that's something else I could do. I could put a little bench right here. Maybe I'll do that. Since we're only like 7:16. So it's only been like 45 minutes and I'm almost done. Okay, so that's basically all you have to worry about, right? So there's a pillow, there's a pillow. They go like that. Or I could do those legs. I think those are legs. They don't think, oh, I know what those are. I don't need those. Those are the swing ropes. I don't need that. I do need a little piece of brown though, so let me find a scrap. There we go. See that? Goes right like that. This goes right like that. Need a couple of pieces of tape. Maybe just one. Oop. Don't let it droop too far. Alrighty. took the dies off and the paper stuck to the thing. So gotta pop that off. Pop the legs off. There we go. And those are extras. Okay, so now if you wanted to add ink to this, if you have one of those jelly pads, jelly roll, jelly, what are they called? Jelly something. I don't know where I put mine. It's over here somewhere. Anyway, I'll do this. I'll get this little thing out. And then just ink up your, this already had some ink on it. So it just gives it a little different. Can you see the difference? Just adding that little bit of ink that was left on that brush. Yeah, he was okay enough to go back to town. So far he hasn't gotten sick, so that's a good thing. I hope he doesn't. All right, so bring my page back up. I think they go. I don't know. Let me see what the picture looks like. Look at that. It does not show. Well, you can't even see that. There. It shows it hanging, but it does not show the bend. Maybe it goes. I would think the bottoms would be. Or what about they work that way? Not really. I think they're better that way. But I think maybe I'll do them that way, and then I can just glue that bench right there, and then that right there. It gives me a little more room to glue things, so I think maybe I'll do that. Let me get my mat up here so I don't glue anything. Wrong mat. Don't glue them to the wrong thing, Janice. That's all I need to do, huh? All right, so I'm just going to put the glue here and here, and then I'm going to put the bench on it. Right? I'm just going to go right here. I can go straight, kind of. Oh, and would you look at that? I didn't add ink to that. I did not add ink. They do. Okay. Now, I am going to add ink to this, if I can, just barely. Because they looked funny just sitting there with no ink. Okay. And just like that, they have ink. Quick and easy. Or I can sit it over here. It's still near the tree. Let's see, do I need anything else with it? I've got the little pillows wherever I put them. Where'd the pillows go? Oh, you guys. I didn't cut anything. Where did I put them? Did you see where I put them? Not on the other page. I didn't. They're not on my keyboard. They're not under. Oh, they're over. How'd they get clear over there? Holy cow. I know a lot of people don't put pillows on their park benches. But my bench is going to have pillows. This is my park in my backyard. How's that? Wouldn't you love a park in your backyard? a private park. That would be fun. So I'm going to lay it right there. Stick it in that corner right there. And this one I'm going to put in this corner right here. Nice and comfy. And I didn't actually put glue on it. Stick for a second. I think I'm just going to put it right there. Bring it over a little bit maybe. Just right there. Now, in one of these stamp sets, must be the other stamp set, there is grass. Yes. Where'd my block go? This is a block. I have another. I love this, by the way. This little chamois. I got it from. It looks like it's nice and clean. All the other chamois that I've had, they look terrible. So I was glad not to have that. Let's see. I think a few rows of green. Maybe I should sample that before I just do it. Let me see. And I'm going to put my scrap paper down here again. It's not scrap. I'll be able to use it for something, I'm pretty sure. But I want to make sure that I'm not going to make a mistake by doing what I'm thinking I'm going to do. So there's that. Do another row. Another row. Come back and overload that one. I just want to get these kind of close so that it kind of looks like maybe some grass in there. And then I can take my green and then I can just fill in with that and see it looks green, right? And then I can put my park bench on that. I don't know if I want to do it on that page though. Maybe the color that I had on my brush. I do like that, but I don't know if I'll like it on that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'll cut this piece out. I'm going to stamp some more. Okay, I'm going to stamp here, and here, and here. I'm just going to stamp a whole bunch of times. And just make this a grassy area. Now, pick that up, put some more on I want. I like building scenes once I get into how to build my scene that I want. I have it in my head, I just can't make it work on paper sometimes. But I think go right to the top of that, and then I'm going to cut the edge off as well. It's a little too sparse for me. I think I'm going to do some rounded edges and kind of like a I'm not very good at landscaping either, but this'll work. I don't want it up against that tree, so maybe I need to go shorter. I'm going to go a 1/2 inch shorter. I don't want it right up under the edge of that tree. So what I can do as well is I can angle it so that it's not right up to the tree there, right? I can angle it like that. There we go, right there. And then I could put my park bench. I can put my park bench right here. There, I like that. Okay, now I am going to put. I'm gonna put some pop dots on that. Pop dots. Dimensionals. They used to be called pop dots. Somebody still has pop dots. Telling my age there that I can't be telling my age. It's just that I've been doing this a long time. That's what it is. I started young. I started really young. Okay. There we go. Now, I don't know if I don't know where I saw them. But I saw some new I'm just trying to figure out, what do I want to do with this? I'm going to put the foam like that. Now, it's going to be in my page, so it's not going to need a whole lot. I'm not going to worry about this up here, but I could cut some of this down so it was smaller and I could put it on. I might do that actually because I don't think it really needs it, but I can put it in there. If you just chop those up, you can put them, you can make them as small as you want and then put them where you want, right? So I am going to put this right here. Let me turn that. Right. Crossbar. Not sure that's what you call it, but that's what I'm calling it tonight. Oh, and then be plenty. Okay. I'm just going to take those pieces, the backing off. Two more pieces there and right there. Now, it's going to be at an angle. There you go. What do you think? Bring this other page over. What do you think? I like it. Now I just need to figure out what pictures I'm putting on there and do some journaling on here, and they'll be ready to go. Now, I happened to think about this the other day. I don't know, maybe I brought it up a month or so, a couple months of cards. I probably haven't in a while. But we have a stamp set that I use all the time, and let me get it under there. Oh, there, you can barely see it at an angle right over here. Okay. This one is a business one, and I put the Stampin' Up! Logo, and then I date it. I don't put the exact date I made it, but at the month and the year. Okay. And so this is one of the Christmas cards I made the other day with the gift card holder. You just have a little. I personally think you should start signing the backs of your pages. That way, you know, generations and the great-grand or great-great-grandkids go, who did the scrapbooking? You'll know. They will know. Because they can turn it over and see your signature. Right? They'll know who made that. And I like the little scenes. I could have put the swing over here, but no, I like it just the way it is, I think. So the other thing I did on this tree, I don't know if you're changing in around the tree with some light blue. It could be the, I think it was Pool Party, your edges, unless you do it out of the colored cardstock. But someone suggested that you color it in with a light color, and it makes those edges disappear. And I decided to do it in the pool party because it kind of looked like the night sky, right? Or the afternoon sky or something behind. You can do that if you want. I think it looks fine without it, but it could give it a little more dimension and more realistic look. But that's it. That's all I got for you tonight. And I'm only 7:39. So we only went over about 20 minutes. Actually, about 10 minutes. So that's not too bad. And I got started on time. Can you believe that? Because it's Christmas Eve, and I'm sure I'll be getting ready for Christmas. I might post a video or something that I've pre-recorded, or it's New Year's Eve. New Year's Day. It's New Year's Day. So I'm up. Well, I can't say I'll be back here either. So I may be going to the beach for my birthday. I don't know for sure. But I will keep you posted. I will, so that it keeps my page active. So hold on a second. I dropped the card I showed you earlier. So I've got a lot of things I'm doing tomorrow, but I'm going to try to get, now we have to get the tire fixed. So I don't know. He doesn't know. He went through a small puddle. He doesn't know if he hit a chuck hole or something was in the road or exactly what. So I can't go get him because I have a flat tire. So that's not going to be fun. You'll have to call someone else. And yes, if you just noticed that, I did try to do some, let me see if I can get there. Some, like distressing. I was trying to make it look like a wood grain, but I couldn't get it quite right. The foam pads, this isn't the right color, but it's the same kind of pad. The foam pads that Stampin' Up! Has is a lot different to work with than the felt pads that we had with Close to My Heart. With Close to My Heart, I could do a wood grain look with the felt pads, but not with these. And I didn't want to take the time of going and finding my Close to My Heart ink pad and trying to figure out how to, make that work. So I just used the green, I just used the other side of the paper. Nobody's going to see that anyway because it's in a book, right? All right. Thank you, Katie. Thank you, Gina. You guys have a good night. We will see you in the new year, if not next week. I can't guarantee next week. Probably not going to be live next week because of the Christmas Eve. Still don't have it wrapped. I do have my Christmas tree up. It's been up all month. Yay! First time in 44. I don't think we've ever had it up by Thanksgiving ever. This year I did.